Welcome to another update on Tropical Depression 33W or Samuel from the Force 13. Currently on the screen is the satellite imagery of the life of the system up to a few hours ago. We start off with the latest from Bagasa over there in the Philippines. Here's their track. And I have it as tropical depression, 1004 millibars. That's at 0 UTC, then 12 UTC. They have it dropping in intensity to 1002. I'm just looking at another screen to see what the central pressure is. It's 1000 millibars, winds 30 knots. Now here's what the Joint Typhoon Warning Center is saying. This is a satellite image of the system, and they have it 7 degrees north, 133 degrees east, maximum sustained winds 30 knots, gusting 40 knots. And it's located 841 nautical miles east southeast of Manila, Philippines, tracking northwest at 7 knots, and at this point in time wave height is 11 feet. And whilst we have a look at the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre's current track, animated enhanced infrared satellite imagery depicts flaring expansive central convection. A 91 gigahertz image shows the low-level circulation is to the east of the convection, with lower level banding wrapping into it. The initial position is based on the infrared bleep and the mentioned microwave image with low confidence. The initial intensity is maintained at 30 knots based on an ASCAP pass showing a broad area 30 knot winds in the southwestern quadrant of the system. On the high end of the Vorak current intensity estimates ranging from T1 25 knots to T2 30 knots. Upper level analysis indicates a marginal favourable environment, moderate to strong 15 to 20 knots easterly vertical wind shear. That is pushing the convection to the rest of the low level circulation, offset by strong diffluence aloft that is supporting the formative central dense overcast. Now we have a look at satellite imagery of the system up to a few hours ago. Apology, the satellite was playing up a bit of black. Tropical Depression 33W is tracking under the steering influence of the deep layered sub-ridge position to the north. There's no change to the forecast since the previous message. In the next 72 hours, the mid-latitude trough will pass over the northeastern Asia, leading to a weakening in the centre of the steering ridge and a reorienting of two lobes of the steering ridge to either side. It's expected to track westward to west-northwest. through this 72 hours. Now we have a look at EPS track guidance. (28-29 degrees Celsius), excellent outflow, compete with moderate to high vertical wind shear. Around 48 hours, the tropical depression will make landfall over northeast Mindanao. Intensity is held the same between 48 to 72 hours as the tropical depression tracks through the shadow warm bodies of water between the Philippine Islands, including the Sulu Sea. Numerical model guidance is in fair agreement with a spread of 205 nautical miles in solutions at the 72-hour mark. Late cycle intensity guidance. One has possibly a high range Cat 3, but the bulk of the models keep it probably mid Cat 1 or below. And this is the latest global position of the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre. After 72 hours, the tropical depression will track westward while transitioning to the steering influence of the western steering ridge, which will build into the north of the tropical depression. Now we have a look at upper level divergence. Wind shear, 24-hour shear tendency, 850 millibar vorticity. The spread between models remains 205 nautical miles at the 120-hour mark, with the most variation in north to south positioning. The Joint Typhoon Warning Centre's forecast track favours a flatter track and its position between the model consensus and the ECMWF. Solution, which is to the south of consensus, NFGEM, is the northern outlier and predicts a poleward turn at the 120-hour mark. And the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre is saying that the system should intensify to a peak of 55 knots within the 120-hour or by the 120-hour mark, under marginal favourable conditions in the South China Sea. And that is the latest on Tropical Depression 33W. We will have more updates.
You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com with the latest. You can also find our YouTube page. You're probably there already, but if not, subscribe if you haven't so far. You can also find our Facebook page, Force 13 all in text, and it's at Force 13 on Twitter if you'd like to get in touch with us on there. You can also help the project become even better by enjoying the benefits of patronage. You can find out more information about how to become a patron and what those benefits are at patreon.com/Force13. You can also add Force 13 on Skype and Fool 13 at extension 9094 on Discord for tropical weather chat.